Everybody for coming. If you don't know me, and I know we have some volunteers here that don't know me, my name is Nancy Matarrita, or Matarrita, if you want to get And hopefully you have heard, and that's why you're here, I am running for City Council District number 3, which is the southeast corner, furthest corner of Pomona. And people ask, why am I running? Besides my daughter pushing me, there's a lot of problems in District 3. And I hope that I can be part of the solution to change things for the better. Probably don't need to tell you those problems if you've been there, but who remembers the movie Home Alone?
Yes.
Yeah, remember the little boy, he's left alone, and he's very scared and doesn't know what to do. Well, I kind of feel like District 3 has just been just like that little boy, abandoned. Because if you go around our district, you will see many signs of abandonment. We have these wonderful big buildings at the end of our district that used to be Circuit City, Toys R Us, Office Max. And instead of bringing in those nice new businesses into our district to fill up those empty spots, it's all brought into the other district. Now we have a wonderful Target, wonderful Ross. I love those places being over there. But in District 3, I feel abandoned. Did they even consider our district? I don't know. And how come they didn't consider those buildings that are already made instead of spending the millions to build more? I know they like it their own way, and I'm not going to argue that point, but we need to get those buildings filled up, along with others that have also been abandoned. If you look around, we have a lot of other abandoned buildings. We have restaurants that have left, businesses that left. We have lots of big, empty dirt fields. And what do those dirt fields gather? Trash, garbage, looks ugly, and overgrown. Most of the time, they do get that taken care of, but it gathers with all the trash there and those signs on the fences, and that's not very good. And then about the only business that has even been coming to our district in the last 20 years since the incumbent has been there is the one trash station that she vehemently opposed, and now is coming up on 9th Street. I'm not going to go there because I didn't get to decide yes or no, but there it is. And that's the one business that's been brought into District 3. So, solutions. I don't have all the answers, of course. Nobody does, or they would have been doing it already. But I do want to let you know that I will do everything in my power to do the best, the most positive, the best for our children. Again, I didn't really talk about me, but my background is working with children, especially high-risk or at-risk kids or kids that have already gotten into trouble. One of the things I've been doing the last 5 years is teaching strengthening families classes, which is kind of like a parenting class, but different because it includes the whole family. And when you get the whole family talking together and learning the same skills in communication and how to have a family meeting, things like that, families naturally no longer are beating each other. Families naturally no longer are abusing drugs. And children naturally are a whole lot more disciplined. And it makes a world of difference. And that's what I hope to see in District 3. If all we have is one lady up there in the council just kind of doing things her way, then that's not talking to the needs of everybody else. It's really important that the residents, all the residents, not just my friends, and I want to listen to all residents, come together and we work on those solutions of what work best for our district and our people. We're Pomona. We're very unique. We have a wonderful city, a great history. We've gone through good times and bad times, and I hope that I can be part of bringing back the good times. So are you with me?
Yes.
A little bit more about me. I do have a full-time job. I work at Pomona First Baptist Church, which is at the corner of Holt and Gary. I'm the Community Resources Director there, and a part of that job is connecting people with resources. And people from the community with resources, not just in the church, but resources within the community. So we're talking homeless resources, youth activity resources, tutoring clubs, housing resources. We have a food bank on campus. We can tell people where to get other food. We have a furniture bank on campus, so the people that need furniture. So whatever excuse, whatever need they have, people come to me, and I try to work miracles with the resources that we have here in Pomona. Doesn't always happen fast. Gotta watch out for those that are trying to scam us, but we do the best we can, and I always try and think the best of people. So that's a little bit about me. I did have for 10 years, I ran my own company, Matarrita Medical. We offered medical equipment, and we also did export, so I am also familiar with the business aspect of our city and the problems it takes in getting things approved and getting through the processes, working with the city and the business license and all of that. I grew up in Fresno. It's a city very much like Pomona. I grew up in a school very much like Gary. And then I came down here to go to college. So I am college educated at the Claremont McKenna College. And my degree is in political science, public policy, and economics with a state and local finance emphasis. So before I get into talking about what we're going to do today, did anybody have any questions for me in particular? Yes, ma'am.
Are there any churches in your district that are supporting this?
There is. You know, Eddie Banales at the Dream Center is behind me, so I'll be working with him. So that's the one that I've had the most connection with. There are some smaller churches. There's Templo Evangelico. I met people over there. They're very excited to work with me. So those are the two that I'm really interconnected with. Anybody else? Yes, Charlie.
Who is the incumbent now, and how long have they been in city council?
Her name is Cristina Carizosa. So if you see yellow signs on those empty, ugly lots, or the abandoned Shell station at the end, that's her. I don't know why she's proud of that, but that's where she put her signs. She's been there since 1993, except for one term when Ken Rodriguez beat her out. So it's almost 20 years or so.
She didn't run that year.
Oh, she didn't even run?
No.
Okay.
She was having medical issues, and Dan ran against Arturo Jimenez.
Okay. Who's Arturo Jimenez? Virginia?
Arturo Jimenez is, in fact, her godson,
There we go.
and has been very connected to her.
Yeah, so she already had her person in there anyway, but Dan won on that one. She's a nice lady, I guess. I don't know her very well. I met some of her family, you know, we get along okay. I don't have any issues personally with her. So I don't take down her signs. I let her run her campaign as she wants to. And I want to encourage you guys, nobody take down her signs. We want to be very respectful of her campaign too, because we're going to run an honest, good-hearted race.